They did it to me again, the buggers. So where was I? Yeah. After yesterday's read, one of yesterday's reads that was very, very strong, I am worried that somebody's in a very volatile situation that will turn violent. So, this is not to say that these cards will not resonate with the rest of you. What I'm saying is there is one story here that is could well be life-threatening. There is a female here that has been rejected, and she is going to be revengeful. All that does is come back to you tenfold. So if you're thinking of doing any vengeful things, don't. Yes, there's been an injustice. Probably somebody running from your bed to someone else's. But in the scheme of things, Spirit is saying it's trivial. Why are you dwelling on it? Why are you even bothering to look back? Just go forwards. You played your part in this. You wasn't to blame, but there were things that you did that caused this to happen. Both together. Most situations or relationships now aren't meant to last forever. We grow, and if we grow at different speeds, we grow apart. So that said, for the rest of you, there is a disappointment. There's no point in looking back. There's no point in dwelling on it. Don't cry over spilt milk. You've probably said yes to things that started small, little things, and then got resentful because people took advantage of you, but you didn't say no. So you will see this as an injustice. There is a possibility of a child being very upset about this, or someone worried that a child will not love them anymore. But this is also my narcissist card, and it's about somebody, it's not their fault, but they cannot love. To the extent of other people, they love themselves more than anything else. They put themselves above anybody else, which we should, but not in an egotistical way. So there is probably another child, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, this one's a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or that has harsh words. Or it could be a message coming to you rapidly that informs you about something. There is some sort of theft or dishonesty, unfaithfulness within the family unit. And it will cause financial problems, which in turn cause these arguments, these violent or messy arguments where you need to walk away because this person will cut their own nose off to spite their face, just so long as they get the revenge they want. Nobody will be happy in the end. Everybody will regret it. But it's a possibility of violence, and children are there at some point. It's better to walk away. Karma will be served, not by you, but by Spirit. So, bad advice received, doctor, priest, lawyers. Lack of clarity, lack of emotion. For 10 years is mentioned, 5 months. But the most important card here is the Pisces card, even though most of it is air. Pisces, there is a mention of Scorpio, and it's karmic situations, secrets and hidden enemies. It's issues with the feet and toes. It's not putting boundaries in place, saying yes when you really mean no. And yet, there we have success. Somebody is gloating that they have been successful. Somebody is very proud of themselves that they have succeeded in something. Victory is the only thing that they know about, which causes a crossroads moment. There's no going back to how things were. So victory means that you have to face something and decide which path you are about to take. But don't look back. Because there's been lies, deceit and theft. But they are found out and change will take place. I was born on the 10th, live in our past, state for your diary and address, massively important in a positive way. Patience will pay off. There could be a Leo involved, or you could be battling with your shadow side. You are strong enough to get through this, but it is a karmic situation. I was born on the 8th or the 26th, live in or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a positive way. Right, this is massively important because the same card on the same card, violent conflicts. Spirit are really reiterating this now. Get out. Don't stay for that argument. Get out. There is a house move, the loss of a home, the end of a marriage, no celebrations, delays in wedding plans because of this argument. The bottom of the deck we have a chapter ending, something's over. I was born on the 21st, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important. But this is external energy, and there we have it. The Pisces is the most important card, so tomorrow. If I have to say when, it'll be tomorrow. Those born on the 12th, living or past, date for your diary or an address. And number 4 is mentioned, but this is about seeing things from a different angle, no longer sacrificing yourself for others. And it is the new moon in Pisces, I believe. So that's probably why. It's coming up anyway, 12th or 13th. These are saying tomorrow, so yeah, marriage, ancestors, friendship. I was born on the 5th or the 23rd, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important. Build your own beliefs. It's about institutions, it's about how you were brought up, what you were taught to believe, rather than what you believe yourself. Teachers. Taurus is about speaking your truth, and especially in material matters. So, 5th or the 23rd. A decision needs to be made, but somebody doesn't want to do it. They've been trying to protect people, but it hasn't really worked. Maybe been trying to protect themselves, or been in denial, or just not showing the facts. And there we have it again, the external energy. The roots are deep. Nothing can shake you unless you let it. But there is an end of a chapter here. possibly to do with a family unit. 21st, those born on the 21st, living or past. Now, for your diary and address, massively important in a positive way. So bringing this to a conclusion in the best way possible for everybody. However, we have an older male, possibly in uniform, possibly Taurus, Vega, Capricorn, possibly a businessman, or possibly dark complexion. Any or all of those. He was once a good friend, but now he's a dangerous enemy. So, and there's that damn 17 again. Because we haven't faced things head on when we should have done. Fear of the chaos that would ensue. Not realising that what that would be what gives us the hope, the healing and freedom. The 17th is a negative energy, living or past. For your diary and address. It's about groups and society. Negative energy. So the external people, but or a group that you belong to. That's the card of the tall, handsome stranger coming into the mix. That's what the gypsies call the tall, handsome stranger. That brings happiness on all levels, not just mental, but spiritual as well. So it's about your happiness. And it looks like you move from one home to another. Happiness, a happy home life, that's what you want, that's what somebody wants. I'll just shuffle them so we can't see the bottom of the deck. But, well, I'll show you anyway. Spirit is saying yes. So, move from one house to another. So some of you may be moving, planning to move, which is the end of the chapter. Some of you may be waiting to get married and had to delay it because of the lockdowns, but now things can start moving forward. A lot of people talking about you behind your back, gossip even. Not including you in these conversations. Somebody may be celebrating too soon. Or it could be that somebody's drinking too much. Someone has realised that money can't make you happy. And there we have it again, the house, the unhappiness in the home, a strange building that's got a negative energy. It could be a courthouse, hospital. There's some sort of problem here with a property or a building. Pride comes before a fall, but you must have pride in yourself. So self-esteem is important, but just don't get too cocky. Don't be too short-sighted. Money will come from an unexpected quarter. And there is a friend or confidant close to you that will help. Somebody is no longer waiting for love. The external energy is that a gentleman refuses to think about contract, bank accounts, written messages, wills. There's some sort of document here that he doesn't want to even think about. But it's an important document. It's not a small thing. Yeah, somebody, a group that they belong to. You've been trying to do things by the book, but you may at the same time have been led by the nurse. So now it's time to get poised, ready for action. What did I say? Can't make it up. Somebody is moving home or feels no longer at home where they are. This is no foundation. This is swinging in the wind. There's no place like home, means that home is where your heart is. So some of you may be returning to the parental home. Some of you might not have that option, which will make it even more difficult. Spirit, keep telling you, don't look back to the past. The future's not promised. The past is over. You have to live in the now. Make the most of your life while you have it. Don't wait for tomorrow, because it might not be there. And between two worlds, there's the world of existing, there's the world of living. All you have to do is lift that back foot up and walk into the colour. Flamingos get their colour from the shrimps they eat. So it's about how you nourish yourself with the people around you, the food you eat, the life that you have. Be careful who you let sip from your cup. Only give the time, love, energy, finances that you can afford to lose. Happiness, a celebration. Possibly Spirit saying happy birthday to somebody, but possibly the key to your happiness is just around the corner. You have to clean your side of the street up. There is something here that needs to be settled. A chapter closed. You can't clean other people's messes up for them, but you can make sure that your side of the street is clean. Clean it up. Because Spirit are going to give you a lucky coincidence. And if you're not ready, you won't be able to accept it. Eleventh house. Look to your friends. Number 35 may be important to some of you. Three of Cups. So it could be a third party or it could be a celebration, like I said. In life and relationships, people choose their companions. Spirit are giving a quote of, don't walk behind me, I may not lead. Don't walk in front of me, I may not follow. Just walk beside me and be my friend. The three graces of hope, faith and charity, the bonds of friendship, rely upon support from friends and other associations. Don't attempt to do this alone. You will need help. It may be that you need help to move house. Simple as that. The 11th house is all about associations and how we connect to others. Yes, there is a group here. It is a house of group alliances, ideals and our aspirations, but you'll fear that this group is talking behind your back. It's the house of friends, but it is much more than that. It has everything to do with the collective that comes from the group. People who identify and align with each other to make social change. By combining our energies with others, we can make our world, but but more importantly, the domain of others, a better place. The 11th house has much to do with destiny, what we decide to give before we leave the earth, our soul's purpose. The 11th house deals with the greater good and living up to an ideal. The 11th house card says we are not in this world alone and that it is time to aim higher and go among the broader society. So get out there to work with others or share your energies. It is not a good time to work on your own. The support of allies and other groups is necessary. The 11th house points out how we are distinct. It is a reminder that we are unique among groups of friends. When this card turns up in a reading, the focus is on friends, what groups you belong to, who you associate with to achieve your objectives. Pooling your resources with those of others may be necessary. There will be changes in friendship and association. Yep, there's the change, and it's a good one. So a change of house move, for example, will give you new neighbours, etc. You may be able to achieve an important goal or desire based upon who you know. It represents a collective creativity. A friend may have the very information you need to further advance your cause or goal. Or it could be through the friendship of lovers or spouses that will allow you to attain your dream. This means you are to hook up with the right people at the correct time, and you may miss it if you don't sort this issue out, because, where is it, bottom of the deck, Spirit is sending you lucky coincidences. Now it is all about the people you know and what organisations you associate with. Even though it's a fortuitous time to join a class or club or group, it's also important for you to stand out. Others will support your individuality. Sometimes this indicates a sudden appearance or disappearance of an old friend. The 11th house is also the house of stepchildren or children who belong to your lover. Issues involving such children may arise. Look to surrounding cards for the meaning of this issue. Well, we've got two children. One is emotionally unstable or very, very emotional at the minute, and the other one is harsh words. The appearance in the 11th house card means the collective, those who appear as your friends, but can sometimes indicate open enemies, yes. And what do we say about someone who was once a friend but now is an enemy? An older man. Businessman, maybe. It could just be a spirited competition between you and another, bringing out the best in both of you. But in the end, what works out is what works out best for all. So it's not a good time to serve your needs only. It's a time to be a comrade and give consideration to friends. Friendship, friends of all kinds, allies and alliances, social contacts, organisations and clubs, gatherings, dreams, hopes, aspirations, destiny, compassionate acceptance, a place where we discover we are not alone. Being different, individual, one of a kind, foreigners, other cultures, and people with a different ethnicity or background, tribal connections, suffering from rejection, what did I say in the beginning, the lady who was rejected, or banishment from the tribe, travelling to foreign lands, entering a new field, misfits, artists, stepchildren, children who are also our friends, technology, connecting through electronics, going with the flow, trusting in the flow as well as in your own wild and unique self. So stay wild, Moonchild. Sources of help, alliances, groups, friends, the black sheep of the family, goals, hopes, wishes and dreams. So some of you may end up being the black sheep of the family, but you have to be true to yourself. Thanks for listening.